All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the Turo Hustle. Now, a guest got a flat tire with our Jeep Renegade, and instead of stopping, they drove on it all day, right? When the tire shop removed the tire, the rim literally cracked in half and fell on the floor. The repair was almost $800, and the crazy part, the guest technically did not owe us a penny. Now, before you jump into the comments and tell me you'd never host on Turo because of that, let me explain. Because when I first started hosting, I probably would have thought the same thing, right? So how can somebody damage your vehicle and not have to pay? Well, the answer comes down to how Turo's protection system actually works, right? And it's one of the most misunderstood parts of this entire business, right? By the end of the video, you'll understand exactly what happened, who was responsible for the damage, and who actually paid for it, right? And why every Turo host needs to understand their deductible before listing a vehicle, right? So grab a notepad because we've got some hot topics to talk about. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. A few years ago, we had a 2018 Jeep Renegade in our fleet. One day, a guest got a flat tire while they were out on a trip, right? No big deal. Flats happen all the time, or they happen, right? What should you do? Pull over, put a spare on. You could call roadside assistance. Just do something. Well, apparently that wasn't the plan. Instead, they just kept driving and driving and driving. And now, I wasn't sitting in the passenger seat, so I don't know exactly how many miles they drove on it. But I do know it was long enough that by the time they finally got to the tire shop, the damage was already done, right? The mechanic put the Jeep on the lift, removed the tire, and the rim literally cracked in half. I mean, perfectly in half, and fell onto the floor. Not bent, not scratched, not damaged, completely cracked in half, right? I've never seen anything like it before, and honestly, I hope I never see it again. The repair bill came out to around $800. This is where a lot of people get confused about Turo, right? Most people assume if a guest damages your vehicle, they simply write you a check and everybody moves on. Well, that's not how the platform works. As a host, we choose a plan that determines how much trip revenue we get to keep, right? And that determines what our deductible is going to be and what we're responsible for if damage occurs. Right now, we run on the 90-10 plan, which means we keep 90% of the trip revenue and Turo gets 10% of the revenue, right? The trade-off is our deductible is $2,500 per trip. So if a vehicle gets damaged, we're responsible for $2,500 first before Turo contributes anything. Right now, if that damage exceeds $2,500, then Turo covers the amount above that deductible. Right? On the guest side, I can't see exactly what they selected, right, or what Turo may charge them because it depends on the protection package that they chose when they booked the trip. Right now, in our case, the wheel repair was only $800, and since our amount was $2,500 or our deductible was $2,500, filing a claim would not have helped us. We would have been responsible for paying the entire repair bill ourselves anyway, right? That's why understanding the deductible is an important part, right? A lot of new hosts focus on how much money a vehicle can make, but they don't spend enough time understanding how much risk they are taking on. So even though the guest technically did not owe us anything directly, we decided to reach out. Right? We explained the situation. We sent them an invoice. And honestly, I wasn't expecting much. But to their credit, they felt terrible about what happened. They admitted that they should not have been driving that long on the tire. They admitted, that they made a mistake and they felt bad. And a few days later, they voluntarily sent us $800 through Venmo, right? They didn't have to do that. They could have easily pointed to the protection plan and just said, sorry, you know what, move on. Instead, they did what they felt was right, and that's something, I respect about this situation. One thing I see all the time is people getting excited about the Turo revenue side, right, without understanding the risk side. Everybody wants to talk about revenue screenshots, utilization rates, how much money a vehicle can make. Almost nobody wants to talk about deductibles, claims, repairs, protection plans. The reality is, if you're going to be successful in Turo, you need to understand both sides of the business because eventually something is going to happen, right? You don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it's a windshield. Maybe it's a wheel. Maybe it's a scratch. Maybe it's a flat tire. Maybe somebody completely got in a total wreck and totaled your vehicle, right? Things happen, and that's part of the car rental business. Stories like this are one of the biggest reasons we love owning older paid-off vehicles, right? Every year, something needs attention. Maybe it's an AC compressor. Maybe it's a catalytic converter. Maybe it's a wheel, right? Maybe it's a windshield. Because this spring alone, we've already replaced 5 windshields, and we've spent around $3,500 for all 5 of those. Every single one needed recalibration afterwards, right? That's just part of operating a fleet. But I'd much rather spend money maintaining a paid-off vehicle than have a huge monthly payment hanging over my head and having to pay for these repairs, right? Now, that's just one of the biggest lessons we've learned over the years. Maintenance isn't the enemy. Car payments are. I also don't want people taking, the wrong lesson from this story. Most guests are actually great, right? The internet makes it sound like every renter is out there trying to destroy your vehicle. And that really hasn't been our experience. Sure, we've had vehicles come back dirty. We've had crayons smashed into the seat and mud everywhere and kids kicking the seats, and you can see footprints everywhere, right? We've had sand everywhere. We've had guests smoke in the vehicle, and unless you can prove it, there's often not much you can do about it, right? But the vast majority of guests are respectful. They do take care of your vehicles. This story just stands out because it was so unusual. I've never heard another wheel crack completely in half. The real lesson here isn't that, the guests damaged our Jeep. The real lesson is understanding how the business works before you jump into it, right? A lot of people think hosting is simply, buying a vehicle, putting it on the app, and collecting money, right? The reality is there are repairs, there's claims, there's maintenance, there's protection plans, and unexpected situations that come with the territory. The hosts who understand that from day to day are the ones that usually survive and make this work for them long term. So, can a guest damage your Turo vehicle and technically not owe you money, right? Absolutely. That's exactly what happened to us, right? But that doesn't mean guests can destroy your vehicles for free. It doesn't mean Turo doesn't have protection plans. And it definitely doesn't mean you should ignore the details of the plan you choose as a host, right? In our case, this story had a pretty good ending. We got the Jeep fixed, the guests voluntarily paid the repair bill, and everybody moved on. But it's still one of the craziest stories we've had since starting this business. Right, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe down below, and let me know in the comments what the craziest story you've heard or that you've had in the car rental business. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on the Turo Hustle.